got my passport back. Guess
No.
what's not corrected? So now I'm a male with Social Security, a male with Medicare, a female according to my passport.
Hi there, quick question for someone who's a little more educated than me. Where should I go? I'm trans, and I live in America. I think that's all I need to say for the question to make sense. And I would love for this to be a resource that people could share with other trans people in a similar position to me. Where should I go? Let's say this all goes to shit. Where should I pack up and move to? What's the best place for it?
Wow.
That I don't have to worry about doing it again.
Really? I mean, where's the best place for you to move to? How about the United States of America as a trans person? The insane amount of fear mongering around the fact that we have a president who doesn't like trans people. That's not true. I've been living in this country for my whole life, pretty much. Well, I lived 10 years in Mexico. But that being said, I moved back to the States and I've been here as a transsexual person, and you are completely fear mongering. Okay. And I don't know. I just feel like it's all performative. It's actual performative, or you are also fear mongering young people into thinking that something bad is going to happen to them if they stay here. And it's just so, it just feels so fake to me, and so like, woe is me, I'm a victim, I'm trans, and like, what does that even mean? What does it actually mean? I'm having a really hard time with this. But here, let me just say this first. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all very much. I appreciate you for liking, subscribing, getting the notifications, really helping this channel grow. I just really, really value that you watch the channel and you really comment. The comments have been amazing. Like I said on the last one, I'm not even getting that many hate comments anymore. It's quite kind of like fascinating to me. So today, obviously, I'm going to talk about these trans people who are fear mongering or being total little babies and acting like they have to leave the United States in order to be able to stay alive or to be living here on some level. Again, I'm also going to say to YouTube, I am a transsexual of 30 years lived experience, like you all like to say, and I would appreciate it if you stop demonetizing my videos. And I'm not understanding why you're doing this, because you're not even telling me why. It's ridiculous behavior. I have a different opinion. Okay. And I should be able to have a different opinion as a transsexual person. You don't. You are being very biased on this channel, and it's really frustrating. But I'm not going to shut up, and I'm not going to stop, and I'm going to keep putting my videos up there, and I'm not going to take them down when you demonetize them, because I have a great group of people who still continue to support me and help me move this channel along. So with that, I want to get into this next video here. You're gonna see what I guess I want to show you is you're gonna see this pattern of this wah, woe is me, victimy nonsense. Trump was in office before, people. Did you forget that? And I don't understand. Anyway, I'm gonna get ahead of myself here, like I always do, because I get so frustrated by this. I want to show you this next one, and then we'll talk about it.
So I have officially begun looking into fleeing the United States. This is not something I'm excited about. I own a home here. All of my family is here. My memories are here. My friends are here. My career is here. But I don't feel safe here anymore. I feel like my quality of life has just shrunk in the last few years. I mean, the constant transphobia is just suffocating me. The fear of mass unalivings, 3 in one day yesterday. I mean, my anxiety is so bad that when I leave the house, I have just massive panic attacks. I'm genuinely afraid to live in this country. So I don't know where I'm gonna go, but I know I can't stay here. So if anybody knows of any trans-friendly countries, please let me know in the comments, especially bonus points if those countries have an entertainment industry, because I still want to be able to work as an actress, because it is one of the only things that makes me happy in life.
I really don't understand why you feel unsafe. Maybe it's a different experience for a trans woman, but you look pretty much like you pass. You look totally like a woman. I don't understand what you're fearing. Okay, I don't understand what transphobia you're getting. I get transphobia from the trans community almost on a daily basis. But I don't, it's weird. I actually don't fear for my life here. And I've been doing this a long time. I've learned how to navigate the world. And I just really want to know, why these people have such a more drastic experience than I do. And it's why I have a hard time believing it. I just do. I feel like it's this idea that you're making people think this is all happening to you. Or, you can create fear in your own system. You can create this idea that everybody's after you and that you can't function in this country. And I would love for you all to move to another country and experience that, because I will guarantee, I would bet 90% of you, maybe even more, will move back to this country. And I'm telling you from my own experience of living in another country as well as traveling the world. Okay. So I think this is probably one of the safest places to live as a trans person. You might not get everything you want, but you also get to live free more than you actually know what you have. Because sometimes you don't know what you have until you don't have it, if that makes sense. So let's move to this next one.
Trans girls, listen up, okay? Trans people in general. Every trans person needs to listen to this right now. And I'm going to tell you something. Y'all, fuck this country. And if people want to treat you like shit, treat them like shit right back, because they're not going to expect it. They want you to run and be scared. They want you to cry when you get misgendered or called sir or ma'am when that's not what you are. They want to get a rise out of you. Don't give them the satisfaction, because that's exactly what they want, and they're not worth the time. Quite frankly, they're not worth the air. So if you're going to call me sir, yes, thank you, ma'am. Oh, thank you, grandma. Oh, you want a nursing home? Or a crypt?
See, they try to pretend like they're all badass, but they're not. They can't even just take it. You listen to your own advice. You take your own advice. Just let it go. But instead, there you go. You have to throw all those insults back, and obviously ageist insults. F this country. Dare you to move to another country. Dare you to go somewhere else as a transsexual person. And I dare you to not come back here. And you'll be crawling back because you have so many more freedoms than you even know you don't have. I just can't stand when they just say these things, because I think a lot of these people are so entitled. They don't even know what entitlement is when you haven't ever experienced pushback or anything. So, obviously you don't realize what you have here, and you're not grateful for what you have. Instead, you're so angry at the system that is changing your passport or your identification that many of us fought for so that this wouldn't happen. And then, how did this happen? Why don't y'all in the trans community start looking at why all the damage is coming from in the house, people? Look in the house. You're going to find a lot of things, and the reason why these things are happening, because you've got to look in your own house.
So, got my passport back. Guess what's not corrected? So now I'm a male with Social Security, a male with Medicare, a female according to my passport.
Wow.
I couldn't even make this video when I opened.
Wow.
I wanted to do a video opening it and hopefully being surprised, and of course I was so excited I just ripped it open and looked, and then got the shock of my life.
Come on, man.
I was really hopeful. Everybody kept telling me, just stay hopeful, just stay hopeful. You submitted it before he got into office. They received my passport in their office on January 15th. If they would have expedited it properly, I paid for expedited.
Why'd you wait so long?
They received it in office on the 15th is when they showed it started to be processed.
Why are you crying?
I just now got it back, so
Surprise.
if they would have just processed it before he got in office.
Oh my God. The entitlement.
This is such a fucking mess, man.
No, it isn't.
If you don't know me and this is the first time you've seen me, my name is Antonio Raven. I am a chronically ill, disabled, transgender.
Okay. Oh God. Come on, man. Really? Oh, first off, dude, really, you're crying on the internet over your passport? Like, how? I'm just embarrassed for you, number one. Number two, you look too old to be crying over your passport. Number three, I want to say this. Why did all of you transgender people wait until Trump got in office to get your passport? Okay, I will almost bet you all that these people aren't even traveling outside the country. So why are they getting their passport? What is it that you need your passport so bad? You're not going anywhere. Okay, it's just so weird. I feel like you're doing it to create victimy status so that you can say, "Look, I got my passport and it says female." Sit down for 1 minute. Let me tell you something, buddy. I had a female passport looking like this for a long time. Okay, because back in the day, we didn't even get the opportunity to change our passports. I fucking traveled all over with F in my passport. Guess what? You can do it. No one's stopping you from traveling. It's kind of funny when the dude looks at your passport and it says female and they look at you and you're like, yeah, dude, I just said they made a mistake. That's what I said. And we laughed it off and went. But I want to say this about this person right here. I just want you to see this. Hold on here. Let me bring this back up. Do you see the glasses on this person's head? They have transgender flag in them, okay? So most all of these people identify as trans, okay? They don't identify as male and female like I do as a male. They identify as trans. They think this is all about their trans identity. So if that's the case, what are you freaking out about being outed as trans when you have trans flags, trans things, trans earrings, trans suitcase, trans tattoos, trans. People know you're trans, dude. So there's just something real fake about all this. It just feels fake and it feels victimy and it feels like people are just dying to put this on TikTok so people can feel sorry for them.
I don't know if I will get the privilege of growing old. Myself and other trans people looking at the election results, so many of us are preparing for a reality that likely we won't.
Trans non-binary pastor Lazarus Justice Jameson fled from Missouri to Oregon last year after the state proposed a wave of legislation aimed at restricting trans rights.
People were starting to really target trans people. Some really, really draconian, scary things started happening.
By early 2023,
these people have never had any pushback. A trans non-binary pastor who just said, I don't know if I'm going to make it to be old. Hello, pastor, they, them. 62, 30 something years of transition. Hello. What are you talking about? Talk about them. It's just actually, these people are insane. They're actually insane. Also, you disrespect your elders, just so you know. So maybe it's better off if you don't make it. But I keep showing you, these people are just out of their minds. They're creating a space to feel sorry for themselves and creating all of this drama. So I found this genius, excellent post that I'm going to show you right now. And I waited till the end to show this. I wanted to show you all these people. I'm fleeing the country. We got to go. Trump hates us. Blah. See ya. Go. Oh, but before I do that, I just want to bring up this one thing here. Hold on 1 second. So it says, this says more 2SL LGBTQ plus PP poo poo Americans looking to move to Canada since Trump's election. Oh my God. This is ridiculous. The 2S LGBTQ plus aid organization says there was a massive spike in the number of Americans looking to leave the country immediately after U.S. President Donald Trump returned to the White House. Swathi Sakar, director of the Protection Initiatives for Rainbow Railroad, said the group receives nearly 12,000 inquiries from the 2+ LGBT people Americans on November 6th alone, after getting only about 700 U.S.-based inquiries up to that point. You know what I have an issue with this? It's not 2+ LGBTQIA poo who want to leave. It's trans, non-binary, queer, not even queer. So why are you putting all of that in front of it? It's not, you're misrepresenting. The LGBT people don't want to go anywhere. They're perfectly okay with space. It's the TQIA poo people who want to leave because they feel targeted. So go. I hope Canada takes all of you. So I wanted to show you that. All these inquiries, they're inquiring, but you think they're going to move? You think those people are actually going to move? No, they're not. I want to show you this last one because I think it's really, really important to this conversation. And I was like, magically, the universe handed this one to me.
So there's a lot of discussion among trans folk in America talking about the possibility of leaving the country in the wake of Donald Trump's election. But as someone who left the country after Donald Trump was elected to his first term and is now back in America, I want to caution against it for a few reasons. One, the rest of the world is like not good for trans folks. It's really not. Even the countries that we've kind of grown up to idolize, Norway, Sweden, Finland, they're all incredibly regressive on transgender rights and they're not making any progress. So the actual list of countries that you'd be able to move to would look like countries that treat trans people similarly to the United States or worse even. And that's not something you want to spend so much time, money, and energy committing yourself to, only to end up in a worse situation. Another thing to consider is that it is very difficult to leave the country and spend every single day thinking about your loved ones who haven't left the country or those who can't leave the country, and knowing the things that they're experiencing every day that you might be insulated from, but it is so very difficult to process and to
That was like, this person actually did it. This person is telling you, okay? Telling you, like, you better think about what you're saying, and you better think about, you think it's better on the other side, right? The grass is greener. You better think about all those things before you go. People are doing GoFundMe campaigns. You can't even fund your own trip, and you're doing a GoFund. What happens when you get to the other country and you don't have any money? You're going to do another GoFundMe camp. These people don't even have a pot to piss in, and then they're like, "I'm leaving." Like, really? How are you going to do that with no money? Oh, you're going to go fund so all these trans people are going to go fund themselves out of the country? Like, please. The whole thing is a ridiculous display of performance art. Literally performance art. It's frustrating. It's gross. It's wrong. Also, you're bailing on the trans, your, not mine, your trans community. You're literally bailing on your community. So with that, the whole thing is just like, just go. Go do it. Stop telling everybody you're going to do it. Stop telling everyone you're moving because you feel targeted and all of that shit. Just get your passport, take your ass to another country, and then we'll see you back here as soon as you realize you made a huge mistake. Okay, so with that, everybody, thanks for joining me today. I just really wanted to do this one because I'm just sick of the virtue signaling and the bullshit about I'm leaving. It's just so pathetic and embarrassing and immature. So thanks again for supporting the channel, you guys. Thanks so much for liking, subscribing, helping this channel grow massively. I think when I hit 200, I really have a feeling that YouTube isn't going to demonetize me as much or attack me. I'm sure I'm getting a huge amount of attacks from the trans community. I'm sure people are reporting me, but you guys are saving this channel by just participating and commenting and really helping the algorithm push my videos out to other people. So with that, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.